Come to Lethbridge and join an innovative community for entrepreneurs. With more than a quarter of the 100,000 population under the age of 34, Lethbridge brims with energy. We'll help you to kickstart, innovate, and grow. Lethbridge, Southern Alberta's hub for innovation and technology. It's the right choice for business builders. Go to chooselethbridge.ca/entrepreneur and we'll help you move and grow in Lethbridge.
Welcome to Canada's podcast, the #1 podcast for entrepreneurs by entrepreneurs. Okay, ladies, it's great to see you both on a sunny, God forbidden 20-degree weather that we're having in March in the Greater Toronto area. Let's get into it. And Roxanne, looking through your bio, I saw you were an East Coaster. So as I, tell us a bit about yourself. What the heck you're doing in Oshawa versus East Coast, and why you're an entrepreneur, basically. Give us a 5-minute review of that.
Oh wow, 5 minutes. That's a long time.
A few other questions too.
So basically, from Newfoundland. Lived in Newfoundland for 21 years. Finished high school, went to St. John's, did college, went back home. My mom and dad are both entrepreneurs. My third business my mom opened was a bar in Newfoundland. So I helped her open that and then realized not really for me. And then decided to move to Ontario and see what the world had to offer. Mm-hmm. Moved here with my mom's sister, stayed with her for a year, started working, at the Toronto Sun newspaper, worked there for 13 years. And then started a family. I was in sales, the traveling, the hours were really, really long. And we don't have family in Newfoundland, me or my husband, in Ontario. He's from Newfoundland as well. Mm-hmm. So we decided I would change careers. And I opened up a daycare center. Ran that for 7 years and then, had 3 kids in that time. Third one started school. And basically I said, I'm done with the daycare. I need something for me that's going to make me happy for the rest of my life. Mm-hmm. And something that I would truly enjoy, that I wouldn't want to leave. So I sold the daycare very quickly and took some time off, did some research, didn't know what I wanted to do. Every time I tell this story over and over again, every time I went on Google, the little Hand and Stones logo popped up and I would just bypass it. I had been to a Hand and Stone before in Whitby because we lived close there. Yeah. And one day I just clicked on it. I literally just clicked on it, and within 10 minutes, I got a call from Brent Harding and had a wonderful conversation. And he said, why don't you pop by? We'll sit down, have a coffee, and did that the week after. Fell in love with the whole concept. Brought my husband the next time, and he fell in love with it. And basically, here we are. Opened one in Ajax and just opened one in Oshawa.
Well, terrific.
Yeah.
That's really cool. So Anita, let's sort of bring you in. You're really here. You're sort of director of marketing for the franchise. And we won't ask you for your story, but you've got multiple franchise owners across the country. They're all entrepreneurial. Are there any kind of unique qualities, similarities you see from these people that are taking on the franchise and running their own businesses?
The business concept itself is really a people's business. And so from the employees to the clients who come in, the service providers, the registered massage therapists, the estheticians, it's all very hands-on with respect to their work. And so from all of those individuals, the person who's running the franchise really needs to be a people person. They need to be able to manage and motivate and get their team working together. And so what we're looking for, and the quality that seems to stand out the most from those who are successful, are really those that have the people personality, who are really engaged with their team and can get out into the community as well and promote their individual franchise business out to the individual clients who are coming into the business. And so it's really critical to have that interpersonal skill as one of the top things or characteristics when looking at the franchise. And then, of course, the employee management and business management side as well.
Roxanne, it was a good little story there. You grew up in an entrepreneurial family, helped your mum open a bar, didn't want to do that, came and worked at the Sun and selling, probably advertising. Don't know what you were selling for them, but probably advertising. And then you sort of decided daycare, now this. Why is there some kind of thing you learned from your mother about not being scared or diving in? I mean, what is it? Why decide on being an entrepreneur? Why not work for somebody else?
Well, I've done that. I've worked for somebody else, and you don't get the freedom, the flexibility.
Mm-hmm.
When you work for yourself, you can schedule yourself the way you want to. You can, like, I work from home when I can. My kids are on a PA day today, so I'm home working.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have family here. I don't have help with the kids or anything. So I need it to be very flexible. Mm-hmm. My husband's an entrepreneur as well. He owns his own business. He works a lot of hours.
Mm-hmm.
So I like that. I like being able to make decisions and create ideas and get them out to the community, the people that I work with. I love the team environment, the family. When you work for someone else, you don't get to make those choices, those mm-hmm. decisions.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of just follow what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to create an environment where people want to come see us. I want my staff to be happy. I want to see their smiling faces every day. I want to come home knowing that I accomplished something today and every day.
But franchises, no disrespect, it's something that everyone looks at, as an entrepreneur. So you opened your own daycare when you left the Sun. And you sold that. What made you decide on a franchise? You'd already, seen your mother open her own pub.
Yep.
You'd already opened your own daycare successfully because you managed to sell it.
Yep.
Why choose a franchise? You'd already proved your independence, kind of thing.
Yeah, I didn't go out looking for a franchise. It didn't work. It didn't start that way. It kind of fell into my lap. And one of the things I really did like about it when I went to the corporate office and had that meeting, it was that I felt that family orientation there as well, mm-hmm. which made me very comfortable, and it just kind of felt right.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing with a franchise, you're working with other people and you got to follow the rules and the protocols and all that, which are fine. And they're all established, so we know that they work. I like the networking with the other owners. I know a lot of the other owners. I've become friends with a lot of them, and we share a lot of ideas.
Mm-hmm.
They give me ideas, I give them ideas, and it works really well together.
Mm-hmm.
So it just felt right.
Yeah. Now, I've been asking everybody, especially with just hitting a year of COVID, how's Anita? We'll get you to do this one because you can give us the kind of national picture. How's that impacted your business, the spa business? What's it done to your franchise holders?
So when the franchise had to close, which was initially back in March and April, we didn't reopen again until June. The entire business was shut down. And so head office really pivoted and started creating new protocols. And because it's such a personal touch business, we had to ensure that all of the safety and sanitation, disinfecting protocols were in place for reopening. And so the franchisees, we had training materials that were created for them, for their teams, so that when they did open, they were able to provide that safe environment for both their employees as well as clients coming in the door. And so it has been an up and down road over the last 12 months with so many regions opening and closing for different elements. And, but since we reopened in June, our registered massage therapists are considered regulated health professionals. And so that part of the business, the massage line of business, has been open consistently throughout since June reopening. And so we're really having to modify how we're performing in particular, the aesthetic side of the business, because in the majority of the franchise locations, they cannot perform facials without the mask on the client. And so our sales have declined. However, it's not the gap that I think we would have expected to have seen, given the fact that we've pretty much lost an entire line of business for the spas. And I just give a shout out to all the franchisees and how they rallied and have gotten through this with all of the stresses, dealing with the employees and the financial side of things. And they really have come through it on top, even though, it's been a tough year for everybody, not just our franchisees, but everybody and their employees as well.
Tecconnect, a center for entrepreneurship and innovation in Lethbridge, has been springboarding entrepreneurs to success for 10 years and counting. Our spirit of innovation is a way of life. We have an incredible environment. Our innovators are not afraid to stand apart because they know that in Lethbridge, we are brighter together. We are Lethbridge. Come and join us. Go to chooselethbridge.ca/entrepreneur and we'll help you move and grow in Lethbridge.
So, Roxanne, I'll ask you this, with all of these changes, what do you see, in the future of the business? Is it going to go back to as it was? Are there things that you see that'll stay that you didn't have before? What do you think?
I think it will eventually go back. I feel like when everything gets somewhat back to normal, and we start moving forward in a positive direction, I feel like business is going to boom. If the last year has taught anybody anything, it's basically to take care of themselves. We have so many people coming in that are stressed, anxiety, depression, everything, what everyone's gone through this year. And they just feel like this self-care, this wellness industry is what they need right now. So, and that's how we try to explain it to them and teach it to them, do this on a regular basis. And we have a membership program, a monthly one, and it's membership based. So when they come in every month, they realize every time that they walk in the door, you just see their faces and it's like, oh my God, thank you for calling and letting me know it was time to come back in, right? And, they spend more time there. We have clients, they just want to sit, relax. They're like, I could stay here all day. But they're all stuck in their houses. Nobody's been able to do anything, go anywhere. So getting out, I've seen clients come out and cry. They're so happy. They needed it so much just to take care of themselves. And that feeling, it's I can't even describe it. It's beyond words. I needed this so much. And I feel, yeah, once we get back to normal, I mean, a lot of the protocols I think will still stay.
Mhm.
I don't think it's going to go back to the way it was, but I mean, that's not a bad thing either. People want to be safe. They want to know that they're safe. Not that they didn't before, but
has the past year been
has
the past year been the biggest challenge you've had in life?
Oh my gosh, yeah, it's been a struggle for sure.
Anything you've learned that you can pass on to others in terms of overcoming it?
Oh, just keep going. Just always think positive, and like I'll say I worked every day, even through the closures. There wasn't a day I did not work. I tried to come up with ideas. I tried to do online stuff, reach out to the community, let them know that we're still going to be here when it's all over. You just got to keep going.
You were donating to the hospitals?
We donated to the blood donor clinics. Like we go around to all the essential workers. I got a group of staff together. We did essential boxes. We were giving away free massages, facials. Just trying to help.
What about you? You've seen a community of entrepreneurs and seen them all kind of hit a wall that they've had to scramble around. Any observations in terms of that? How people have managed to to break through and come. Hopefully we're starting to see light at the end of the tunnel.
I think the franchisees, again, as I said, they've just been so resilient, and I think just wanting to make whatever difference they can to their clients, to their employees, and just taking one step at a time and being as positive as they can. I've been so impressed by their resilience in getting through everything that they had in the last year. It's been pretty incredible. We have a great group of franchisees.
Roxanne, again, you're pretty entrepreneurial. What's the best piece of advice that you've been given that you keep on using?
Well, the best advice I ever got was from both my parents. Just work hard and keep moving forward.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let anyone take from you what you've worked so hard for.
Anita, what about you?
Having a positive attitude and figuring out how to make things work with whatever challenges are put in front of you. There's always a way through.
Absolutely.
That's cool. So let's lighten it up a bit. We got very serious here. Okay?
Stop talking about it.
It's Friday afternoon, guys. Cocktail hour is almost there. Okay. We'll sort of start with Roxanne, then you give your answer. This is what I term my rapid fire questions. If you weren't doing what you're doing now, what would you be doing instead, Roxanne?
Oh my gosh. I have no idea. I have so many hobbies and things I love doing. I'm really into woodworking. Believe it or not. My dad's a carpenter, and when I finished college, I almost went back and did a carpentry course. So I do that on the side, like that's my stress relief.
Okay.
Go out in my garage with my tools, and I'd probably be doing something in that industry.
What about you, Anita?
Something in the fashion industry, I think. Love my shoes, love my clothes. I think I would have, or interior decorating, somewhere along those lines. But
okay. Anita, you're a morning or a night person?
I am a morning person. I'm up every morning at 4.
What about you, Roxanne?
I'm a morning person, not up at 4, but 6.
Okay. Roxanne, stick with you. If you had to pick one word to describe yourself, what would it be, and why?
Why? I'm going to say passionate,
mm-hmm.
because anything I do, I give 150%. It does not matter what it is. If I don't like doing something, I just don't do it. I just move on.
Mm-hmm.
But if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it with everything in me.
Anita, what about you?
She stole my word, so I've got to pick another one. That is exactly who I am. I will do whatever it takes to get something done. I will give it my all. If it takes 16 hours a day to get it done, I will put it all in. And I'm probably another word I could use is a perfectionist. I want things done right. And if it's not, I will continue working on it until I feel 100% that it's good enough. If it's good enough for me, I feel 100% confident that I can release whatever it is that I've done.
What's keeping you up at night these days, Anita?
Support for the franchisees, making sure that we're doing enough and to support them and be the best that we can be in Canada for the brand. Love the brand and want to do whatever we can for the franchisees and our clients.
So Roxanne, you got a chance to think about it. What about you?
Me, it's just getting life back to normal. Getting the kids back to normal, getting business back to normal, just being able to enjoy life again and people.
Okay. Well, guys, that's about it. That was really fun.
That was fun. Thank you, Philip.
That was a lot of fun.
Thank you.
Now, people listen, look, whatever. And I always ask this: how can they get a hold of you if there's something that you spark that they want to talk to you about?
They can go to our website, handandstone.ca, and they can contact head office either if they're interested in a franchise through franchise opportunities or through the info at email address, and it will get to one of us.
Yeah. All right. Okay. That's great. That's great. And it is a Friday afternoon, so
it is.
enjoy the weekend, guys, and thanks for coming on Canada's podcast.
Thank you, Philip.
Thank you, Philip.
Bold, vibrant, technological. In Lethbridge, our spirit of innovation is more than just the way we do business. It's the way we live and the way we succeed. We'll help you to kickstart, innovate, and grow in Lethbridge, Southern Alberta's hub for innovation and technology. It's the bright, affordable choice for business builders. Go to chooselethbridge.ca/entrepreneur and we'll help you move and grow in Lethbridge.